When you're talking about survival, that covers a broad range of topics. One of those topics is not starving to death, or food. And you might as well be good food. So in today's video, I'm going to show you how I make what I think are the absolute best hamburgers in America. I call them the Bryan Burger. I'm going to show you that process and give you the super secret recipe coming up next here on Survival on Purpose. Welcome back to Survival on Purpose, your home for trustworthy information and gear reviews related to camping, survival, and general preparedness for regular folks. My name's Brian. Thanks for joining me. So as I said, in today's video, I'm going to let you in on a super secret recipe for what I think are the best hamburgers in America. I call them the Bryan Burgers. But first, I want to give a big thank you to the folks at ClickBelts for being the longest running channel sponsor here at Survival on Purpose. And I'm wearing my ClickBelt today. You can see it right here. You might even can hear it go click. I don't know if you can see it or not. Let me see. Can you see that? It's right at the bottom of the screen. You hear it go click? I don't know if you can or not, but I'm wearing it today. ClickBelts are sewn in Texas. They are absolutely the best belts I've ever worn. They've been a sponsor of this channel for I don't know, 5 or 6 or 7 years now. Every click belt features a genuine Austrian Cobra buckle, and they even have the Austrian Poly Cobra buckle, which has made it through TSA on my waist, no issues. You can save 15% on your order at clickbelts.com by using the coupon code SOP15. Now, let's talk about some burgers. So, I'm gonna try to be as efficient as possible here. I'm gonna tell you the ingredients of what it's gonna take to make these burgers, kind of show you the process, and we'll cook them up, and I'll show you how well they look. And I'm sorry you can't taste one, but you'll have the opportunity to make your own after you watch this video, and you can see if you agree with me that they are indeed the very best burgers in America. So let's see what we're gonna need. First of all, you're gonna make hamburgers. You need some hamburger meat, right? I've got 3 pounds of grass-fed hamburger meat here because I like me some grass-fed. I figured God made cows to eat grass, so I like that. And that's great, that's the foundation, but the super secret stuff comes in next. So first of all, you need you some Worcestershire sauce or Worcestershire sauce, depending on where you're from. Lee and Perrins is kind of what I use, but it doesn't really matter. I like just to put a little bit of soy sauce in here, just a little. This is tamari, whatever, soy sauce. Then, and that's pretty common, you know, doing that stuff. I just like to put enough in there to make it, keep it juicy. So we'll talk about that because the hamburger meat I'm using, by the way, is pretty lean. So, and I like some minced onions, just onion flakes, dried onions, or whatever. Put those in there. That's where it's starting to get secret. Then, some bacon bits, not a lot, just a few bacon bits, just to give it, you know, because bacon makes everything better, right? And then I like this Grillmates Montreal Steak seasoning, and I'll put some of this in there. Just go ahead and mix it in the meat and don't put it on top. That way everything's cooking in. And then this is something a little new, so I'm trying a little new to see if I can add just a little more, always strive for improvement, right? A little bit of garlic powder, not garlic salt, just a little garlic powder. Because the Montreal steak seasoning has salt in it. That's the main ingredient. So that's everything you're going to need. Let me bring you over here, I'll give you a little close-up kind of the mixing process and show you kind of how I determine how much goes in there. And I use the Justin Wilson method, by the way. I don't have any measuring cups when I do this. So, okay, so here we are with 3 pounds of meat. I'm going to start with the Worcestershire sauce, and I just put pretty good bit in there. I'll let you see. Depending on, obviously, the more meat, the more sauce, but I want to get enough liquid in there to where it's going to make some juiciness in the meat. Because it's going to not only going to be just for the meat, but let's pour a little bit of soy sauce, just a little soy sauce. Just for flavor, not a lot. Move that out of the way. Next, we got the minced onions, and this is a brand new box. I don't have any open yet. Should have. I'm sure Julia Childs would have been more prepared than that, but let's just see. Pretty good bit of those. I like those in there. I like a pretty good bit of those in there. They're going to soak up the juice from the burger and give some nice flavor. You know what? Maybe a little bit more. You see the scientific nature of my recipe, obviously. So there's the onions. I'm going to take the McCormick seasoning. It's got salt and black pepper and red pepper, garlic, onion, sunflower oil, natural flavor, extracts of paprika, And not a lot of that, just not that much. You know what the heck. Okay. So that was about that much in the bottle. Now we're going to give just a little bit of garlic powder. Like again, this is kind of new. Trying to add a little bit more flavor to it. Just a couple of sprinkles there. And then finally, the bacon bits. And this is not; these are bacon pieces. They're a little bigger, but it's okay. And this is, by the way, fully cooked, no nitrates. I kind of like the uncured, no nitrate stuff myself. We're just going to dump some of those in there. So that's maybe a third of a bag of this little 2.8 ounce bag. And you probably don't want to use this. You don't need this in there. So let's put that up here. Now, I'm going to mix this up really good. I'm going to leave the top off of this in case it needs some more juice once my hands get all gooey. And I just use my hands. I just mix it up with my hands real good like that, right? The goal is to get all the stuff mixed all in it. And I usually do this in the kitchen, but I thought it'd be better. We got good light outside today and nice weather out here. It'd be a good idea just to bring it out here and show you. Of course, this grill, side of this grill is not nearly as solid as the countertop. So, but at the end of the day, just want to mix this up so it's completely homogeneous. Let me move you out of the way. Ooh, my hands are slippery. Got hamburger grease on them. So, and you kind of want to get to the consistency of where it's sticking together, but it doesn't feel gooey, but it sticks together really good. Just keep squeezing it and working it. I guess you just probably could use some sort of tool for this. I just use my hands. They seem to work pretty well. Just want to wait till you don't really feel any different spots in here, right? You gotta use your feel. So, and see how the consistency of that is? I think that's about what I'm looking for, to be honest with you. So normally what I do is I make these patties and I put them on a plate and bring them all out here at once. I think what we'll do now, since we've already got the grill here, we're already next to the grill, we'll just go ahead and fire this grill up, and then we'll make the patties and put them on the grill as we make them, and they'll be ready to go then. Okay, so grill's up to about 450. I turned it down just a little bit now, so let's go ahead and start making some patties. And I'm gonna try to show you the process as I'm standing off to the side here so you can see. So I like to take a ball, and man, I'm gonna say this is about the size, maybe about the size of a tennis ball. Okay, maybe a little bit smaller than a tennis ball. But just pat it up real good. I like to make it nice and smooth. And I like to get mine probably maybe a 1/2 inch thick, nice and round like that. My wife likes them a little thinner, so I'll make her a couple of thinner ones, but I usually pat them out maybe a little thinner than that because they're gonna swell up and get fatter, actually, because of the goodness inside. So we'll just put those on the grill over here and start back there, and I'll know which way I'm going. Oh, so a little bit large there, and nothing has to be perfect. That's a little bigger than a Kuma's probably wants a burger. That's a little bigger than a tennis ball, or maybe, but anyway, we'll just pat them out. I like to get rid of all the cracks and wrinkles in there, so we'll do that. And so it turns out maybe this comes out about 4-inch circle. We'll just, I guess you could put them in a press or something, but that'd be it's almost like cheating. You can see you got all the goodness in there, the bacon bits and onions and stuff like that. It's gonna make them ever so tasty. If you get one, this turns out a little bigger than you expected, that's probably okay. What do you think? Somebody will just get lucky. I'm gonna make a couple of thin ones for my wife and put those on last because they'll cook the quickest, and I don't want them to get burned while I'm making other patties. So put one there, and maybe one more here, because I recommend actually that you make all these and put them on a plate beforehand, because what's happening is I can see the ones I put on first are already kind of getting done on one side, and I'm still making patties. So okie dokie. Booyah. Let me go wash my hands and I'll be back. Okay, so let's check them out, see what they're looking like. Okay, nah, need a little more cooking there. A little more cooking. We'll let them cook. Let them cook a little more. While we're waiting on them to cook, why not cut an onion? And my favorite onion in the world is from Georgia, because it's a Vidalia onion. It says so right here, Vidalia Sweets, Georgia, USA. It just don't get no better than this. So I thought, I've had several requests to do this. I thought I'd take the K-Bar BK62 Old Kept Part Special and use it to cut this onions. Do you want a close-up of that? Okay, I'll give you a close-up. Okay, let's see how she cuts. Let's slice up this onion here. A little bit of rust on him. Honestly, not as good as I thought it was going to. Kind of dragging a little bit. Yeah, but there we go. We're going to call that good because I can't really do much better with this knife. There we go. That's what we do in Georgia. Okay, well, so the K-Bar BK62 did not do as good as I would have thought actually on slicing this onion, but that doesn't take. Oh, be quiet, Kuma. That doesn't take away from the fact that Vidalia onions are juicy and delicious. Let's see if the hamburgers are doing well. Oh man, kind of burger perfection. The thin ones are really getting done. I'll go ahead and turn them over. Oh my goodness. So, as you can see, some of these puffed up pretty good, but man, they're looking really good. We're gonna let them cook a minute longer, then we're gonna put some cheese on them. I know some people don't like their burgers with cheese, but I do, and since these are the best burgers in America, we're gonna use American cheese. So I like to let them cook just to get almost done, and just put the cheese on there so it melts into gooey goodness on top of them. So, okay, so as you can see, different levels of doneness from the burger, which is okay. People like things differently. The thin ones are pretty perfect, I think. My wife likes hers well done. I like mine kind of medium, but probably didn't turn out medium. But next step is to put some cheese on there, and I like to do it like right now, and so it can start melting on there. And as soon as it gets melted, we can take them off. I want it just to wrap gently around the edges. And I didn't bring enough cheese, so I think I'm close. Let's see. I'm short a couple pieces, maybe short one piece, but you can see it's starting to wrap around. That's really good. Actually, that one's perfect already. Put him there. That little thin one's getting perfect. That little thin one's getting perfect. That one's getting perfect. And would you look at that? A little bonus for the chef. Wow. Let me get one more piece of cheese, and I'll show you the final secret process that really takes it over the top. Okay, before I show you the final secret step in the process, I got to show you, this is what, in my opinion, a perfect cheeseburger looks like. Let's look at that. Would you just look at it? Okay. But if you're making the best burger in America, you really got to go above and beyond. And one of the things I like to do is toast the buns. And the buns I like to use are Martin's potato rolls, because they're just so good. I just take them, fold them out on here like so. Now you got to watch these because they will burn pretty quickly on you. But I probably got more burgers than buns, but I usually have leftovers. So let those toast for just a minute. Okay, let's check them. You got to, like I said, you have to really check these buns unless you like them burned, because they tend to. So we're going to call that one done enough, right? They tend to burn pretty easily. So when they start getting brown, you got to get them off of there quickly. So it's a risky process, but it's worth the risk, in my opinion. Even if they don't get completely brown, it just improves the flavor. So those are done. So now I'm just going to turn the grill up to high, let it burn off some of this stuff for a few minutes, and then turn it off. Okay, well, should we do a taste test? Man, look at the inside. You can see, I'll try to zoom in on it for you in post. It's a little more done, but it's medium well. But juicy inside, tasty inside. I was trying to see if the little extra garlic powder I added made a difference. I can't really tell, because I've always thought they were the best burger in America. I still do. So anyway, as a brief recap, just so we're on the same page, start out with 3 pounds of grass-fed ground beef. We added some Worcestershire sauce, a little bit of soy sauce, some basically minced onions, dried onions, some Montreal Steak seasoning, Grillmates, a little bit of garlic powder, and some bacon bits, and a whole lot of love. Toasted the Martin's potato rolls. So anyway, I know this has been a little bit different video, but hey, it's July the 4th here when I'm making it, so let's have some fun. It's summertime, grilling time. Everything doesn't have to be so serious, does it? And there's not much better than a good burger. So I would be really interested to find out if you tried this recipe out yourself, and let me know in the comments below if you think it's the best burger you've ever had. I know you will, but you know, I'd like to hear it. So anyway, I really appreciate you watching Survival on Purpose. Don't forget, I put out a brand new video every Friday and every Saturday. And I've been told that YouTube is not really doing a good job of getting those videos into people's feeds, so and notifying people. So if you want to make sure you don't miss a single one, I invite you to subscribe to my newsletter at survivalonpurpose.com/subscribe. Every week I'll send you an email with links to that week's videos and previous videos and other stuff I think you might be interested in, maybe an occasional ramble or two. So anyway, I really appreciate the support once again. My name's Brian. You're watching Survival on Purpose. Remember, survival's not an accident, so be prepared with a great burger. I'll see you next time.